Hey, hello guys, welcome to Network Beats. This is Tangadurai, and in this video, let us see uh, how AS Path Prepending will work. Okay, so till date, till now, we have seen the weight attribute and the local preference attribute. How does it work, and what is their functionalities? We have seen that everything. Here we are going to see about AS path prepending. So let's see here. I have removed all the, the route maps, everything from the routers 3, 5, 4, or wherever we have worked in our previous videos, not to uh, because we are going to work on the new attribute so that we'll see the default behavior and we'll try to manipulate it using this AS path prepending attribute. So once we are clear about this, then as a final topic, as a final lab, we will use all these parameters and build the final lab wherever we want to use, wherever we have to do the manipulation. Based on that, we will be using this attribute later part. So for time being, it is a fresh topology, and let's see what is our objective on this lab to use AS path prepending. So let's say AS500 is my ISP. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Let's continue. So here, like I have told, in R4, before starting anything, we'll go and see what is its default status of the BGP table. Okay, so there is no local preference, there is no weight, nothing I have changed. Everything, it is a default parameter, whatever it is. So in order to reach AS35, that is 33 or 55 network, we have okay, 33 is here, 55 is here. So the best path is via R3, right? Here also the best path is via R3. How I am saying, because the next stop is 34003. So here, okay, let's say I have a direct connectivity between these two AS, and also I have the connectivity through AS500 to reach AS35 from AS400. Now let's say there is a issue, or the company or the enterprise, they have something is going on with this router with R3, or they are upgrading, or they are downgrading, or they are doing something activity on the R3. So for time being, for next 2 hours or next 4 hours, they do not want any traffic to be a transit through R3, right? So since I am a customer, like AS35 and AS400 are the customers network, and AS500 is ISP network. Okay, let's say it is a branch A and this is a branch B, or they are like however you want to consider. Okay, AS35 is in our control, AS400 is in our control. Okay, that means like we can go and do any changes if we want on the network, we can do that. Since it is ISP network, and we do not have any control on their network, we cannot go and do any configuration changes. Okay, so in this particular case, what you can do, because in our case, since R3 will be going under maintenance, R4 should not receive any traffic via R3 until unless this link is up. Okay, until unless the connectivity towards AS500 is up. So AS500, if it is not available at the worst case, then R4 can reach through R3. That is fine. For some reasons, for time being, I don't want to use this link connecting between R3 and R4. So what I can do, how I can tune the attributes of BGP so that I can avoid this particular path for time being, and I can prefer this path. Okay, because if you see R4 BGP table, the direct link between R3 and R4 is chosen as a best path to reach to reach 33 network and 55 network. All right, so it is same on the routing table as well. Show IP route if we see. So the 33 is learned via BGP, and the next stop is router 3, and 55 is again learned via BGP, and the next stop is router 3. So all good. So let's get into our topic. So what this AS path prepend will do? Okay, so this AS path prepend, we already knew like what is AS path attribute. Like we have learned already these things in our previous video. So when you go to show IP BGP to see the BGP table, so this is your AS path information, right? So let's say I am on router 4, okay, and router 4, right, and this 55 is learning from learning via two different routers, one through router 3 and one through router 6. Okay, so whatever we are learning through router 3, how it got propagated to R4. So if you have that question, then you have to come to this AS path field. Here you will come to know this information is origin from AS35, right? So ignore this. This is different and this is different. This is weight column. We are not looking into this, but we are looking into the column AS path. So what it says, this prefix is learned via router 3 from AS35. Okay, and what about this then? Okay, so this prefix is learning via R6, and how it is learning? Initially it learned from AS35 and then it has come to AS500. From AS500 I am learning 55.55.55 through router 6. If you're confused what I'm saying, just go to this topology and see. This is R4, this is router 6, and this is router 3. I'm learning 55 from, which is advertising from router 5. Okay, so the origin is AS35. The 55.55.55.55 network is originated from AS35. So it is learning via R3 and R4. That is why whichever is learning through R3, it is showing just AS path 35, and whichever is learning through R6, it is coming from AS35, then AS500, then it is reaching to AS400. That is why you are seeing these two different entries. Hope it is clear now for you guys. Okay. So next, as per our objective, we don't want to use this link for time being, let's say for next 2 hours or 3 hours, that is up to you. So in order to do that, what we have to do? We can use AS path prepending we have discussed. Okay, by doing it, what does it do? Okay, first we have understood what is AS path, and let us do the configuration, and then I'll explain how does it make difference in the BGP table and its functionalities. Okay, in order to do AS path prepending, let's go to R4. Okay, this is our R4, and first let me create a route map. Okay, a route map, and let us give a name called AS path prepend. It is up to you whatever you want to use. Let me give AS path prep, and then let me give permit command and then sequence number 10. And here I'm not going to match anything, just I'm going to set AS path prepend, and here you have to give your AS number. Okay, how many times that you want to prepend. Okay, let's say R4 is part of which AS 400, right? So I am going to use the same AS number 400, 400, 400, and 400. 5 times I am prepending the AS 400 information. Okay, and this route map has to be applied on neighbor statement. So router BGP, and it is 400, and to which neighbor I have to apply this route map, because R4 has two neighbors. Okay, do show IP BGP summary. It has two neighbors, one is R3 and one is R6, right? And we are going to apply this route map so that our objective will be successful. So which peer that we have to choose is R3, because that is the peer we want to avoid for time being. Okay, we have to avoid that to pass or receive any information through that router. So what I'm going to say to router 3, hey router 3, I am this many hops away from you from this point of time. Okay, that means longer the AS path is lesser, it is very less preferred, right? The shortest the distance is more preferred, like as a best path. So we are increasing the distance so that AS router 3 will think that, okay, this is a very let's go to router 3 before doing the show IP BGP. See here, in order to reach 44.44.44 through router 5 is the best path for time being, right? Okay, how about 4? Again, router 5 is the best path. Why it is the best path? Okay, there is a local preference configure. I have to clear my BGP. Give me a minute. Clear IP BGP stopped. I have already removed this local pref before starting this video itself, but it is not yet updated. Let's check now whether it is still there or not. Okay, show IP. Sorry, show run section BGP. Just hold on. We are on router 3, and let's go to router 5. Let's issue the same command, section BGP. So here I do not have any kind of route map configured with the neighbor, and in router 5, let's see. Okay, here also I do not have any kind of local preference got configured. Nothing is there, nothing like that in router 5 as well. Clear IP BGP star soft. Let's try now, even if it is not fixed. Okay, it is gone. Okay, okay, so router 3 sees like 44 and 4 is reachable via, the best path is via R4. Only one path is there. We have to wait because the backup path, which is like the this information is not yet populated since we have refreshed our BGP table. Let's wait for some more time. Okay, we are advertising only 5 network, not 4 or 44 network. Okay, that's fine for time being. Okay, so since it is a best path, that is the only path got installed over here. Let's just wait. Show IP BGP 44. Show IP BGP and our neighbor router 5 and the routes what we have received. Okay, this is what that we are receiving through router 5 and what we are receiving through, so we don't have any issue with this particular neighbor. Okay, so for time being, if you see router 3's routing table show IP BGP, okay, the best path is through router because that is the only one path we are seeing here, right? One is we are which is through router 4, which is a direct link, right? Let's go ahead with our objective. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this AS Path Prepend route map to the neighbor router 3. So here router BGP, it is AS 400 and here the neighbor what I'm going to choose is 34003 and I'm just going to apply the route map which we have created where it is AS Path Prep. Okay, and I'm going to, till now we have used an wait and local pref, but here we were using the inbound as a direction, right? So when we are going to use the AS path prepending here, we will be using the outbound direction. I'll tell you why. Because you're going to influence the incoming traffic for R4. Okay, it is simple to remember. If you want to influence the incoming traffic, you will be applying the route map in the outbound direction. If you want to manipulate the outbound traffic, then you have to apply the route map in inbound direction. This is just opposite to that. Okay, and in our previous videos, like we have applied weight and local preference in inbound so that our outbound traffic was manipulated as per our objective, right? We were telling which is our exit path to reach our destination by configuring the weight and local preference, but here we are preferring the incoming connections, right? This is the way that I want to receive the prefixes. So that is what my objective. So I am just my concern is to receive the updates from external AS. So I am sitting on R4. So I am tuning this so that my traffic whichever is coming in will be manipulated as per my objective. So this part should not be used as per my objective. So this should be used for any incoming traffic. So let's go here. Neighbor, okay, I have applied out and hit enter. Let's clear IP BGP star soft. Give me a minute, guys. So let's clear our BGP on router 4 and also let's go to router 3. So let's go to router 3 and also let's clear IP BGP star soft and let's give show IP BGP. Here we can see that our AS path information is being prepended, right? So previously we had only this many entries, like only we didn't have any these entries which were learning through R5. Once R3 starts seeing this is not the best route, it automatically install its backup route on its BGP table, right? So how would this is what we want, see here. So now R3 is preferring R through R5 reaching 4 network and 44 network, right? So let's start ping and verify the trace route, how the traffic flows. So communication is there. So whatever the traffic is going from AS35, right? AS35, it is going via router 5, that is through AS500, not through this direct link. So this is how the AS Path Prepend is helping us to avoid this link for any incoming updates or any incoming data. Okay, so this is how that we can avoid any particular path for time being. Let's say after 2 hours this upgrade is done and this router is live for the production, then you can simply go ahead and remove this particular route map whatever we have configured on this particular neighbor. So this is how AS Path Prepend will work. And if you go, the another thing, the important thing, you have done the configuration on router 4, and so that router 3 uh, is saying this is the best path to reach AS 400, not the direct link. But what is the view of router 5? Let's go to router 5 and check what's his view. Show IP BGP. See here, router 5 does not see that AS path prepending information on its AS path, right? On any of the prefixes that is coming from AS 400. So 4.4.4, 44.44.44. It is learning only via AS 500, which is through router 2. It does not have any info about these link, right? The problem is, I think, in router 3, let's go back here, show and section BGP. Okay, I think all good. So let me again verify. Yes. Okay. This also looks good. Okay. So, okay, whenever you do AS path prepending, okay, so this will only impact the next hop router, and that AS path prepend information on router 3 will not be forwarded to any other router, even if it is a IBGP router. So this information, like whatever we did regarding the AS path prepending, router 5 does not have any idea about it. AS path prepend what we have done on that. Only router 3 knows that, okay, this path has the longest route to reach AS 400. Router 5 has a less path, so hereafter router 3 is going to prefer router 5 to reach AS 400 instead of this directly connected link. Okay, because if you go to router 5 and see what is the, sorry, router 3 and show IP BGP, what is the cost? How if it is going via router 5, that is via AS 500, it is just 2 hops, right? One is 500 and then directly it is reaching the 400. But here 1 2 3 4 5, there is 6 hops that it has to travel to reach 4.4.4 via the directly connected link to reach AS400. So this is how that we can fake our directly connected router to avoid that particular connection to stop receiving any prefixes through that neighbor for some time. Okay, so I think this is clear for you guys. If you have any doubt, just put in the comment section. I'll try to rectify it, and we'll meet you on the next video. Thanks for watching.